Okay, so this is how you're going to use the import. I've not quite got everything working just yet, but I got the gist of it working. All right, so this is going to be the URL that we're going to go to. I'll paste that in the notes. We're going to start off by clicking Create. Create's going to pop up this asking you for the schedule URL. The schedule URL is going to be up here at the very top, right here, brackets and schedule. The schedule has to be published. If the schedule isn't published, it will not work. I can go right here, I can click the link address and copy that, or I can actually click it. Sorry. I could copy it, or I can click it and then copy the URL up here. But in this case, I copied it by just right-clicking and clicking copy link address. I'm going to paste it right here, and I'm going to press return. That's going to pop up a choose file button. I'm going to choose file. Now this is going to ask me for a file to upload, in which case I'm going to make sure that all my completed registrations are what's selected. I'm going to click toggle all. Then I'm going to download CSV. When you do that, you click download CSV. It tells you that the export is started and that you'll receive a notification. Click OK. The notification shows up right here when it's done. I click that. Here's my file. It's going to tell me that it's ready for download. I'm going to click it, and now it's going to download, and it's going to pop up right here telling me that the file's right here. In this case, it's right here. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back and close this. I'm going to go back here. I'm going to choose my file. I'm going to choose the file that I just saved, and it's going to start importing it. Now I'm going to do what's called scraping the label data. So just to give you an idea of what this file looks like, the file looks like this. It's a bunch of comma delimited information. Okay. So when I click scrape label data, I now see the raw data that was in that file that I just showed you. As you can see, it's a bunch of stuff, right? All right. What we're going to do is we're going to go to labels. Labels, there's going to be a print button added here somewhere where I can sit here and I can click print, and what that'll do is that'll print labels just like the old method did. Eventually, I'll have the check-in and the store items list here. I'll probably actually have a brackets here. I was talking to Maxime about that. As far as instead of printing full brackets, I'm just going to print like the division information, the mat number, the time, and a list of all the competitors in that division. And maybe even put a first, second, and third place there so that we can record who won. And then from there, as the pit needs to make changes, they can just write the names in there and scratch names out. It's not an actual bracket. It's just a list of competitors that they can use that sheet, similar to how that we use the actual brackets currently. Going up to the pit, calling the names, putting check marks by them, putting notes by the people when they don't show up, and all that stuff. So we don't truly go paperless, but we're pretty darn close to being paperless at this point. Okay. And then once that's done, as I said, you'll have your labels here and we'll print these out. Some information here is there's a QR code right here. This is going to be scannable. When you scan this QR code at weigh-ins, it's going to pop up that person's information for weigh-ins. We don't have a scanner right now, but that's one of the things that Maxime's going to try at his next tournament is buying a scanner for the weigh-ins so that we can scan and use these pop-ups on the labels. On here, it's got the name of the person, their competitor ID right here, their staging group time, what their mat number is, and then the weight for that. So just in case for some reason the internet goes down at the weigh-in table, they can see what the max weight is for this division, plus the 0.5 kilos. If you have any questions, feel free to ask.